All right, so we have this in the garage now. Now we can jack it up, take a look underneath it, pull the wheels off, get an idea of where we're at with the brakes, the suspension. Probably all terrible, but you know, who knows? But yeah, now that it's in, let's get to it. All right, well, let's start with this wheel. How's the lighting? Good enough. That one's barely on there. That wasn't rusted on, that's nice. Let's get in here. So, those rotors are shot this. This guy's hanging up pretty bad. I will probably have to rebuild the calipers. They're pretty easy to do. We'll wire wheel them, just make them look pretty nice. But as far as everything else up in here, it looks as crusty as you'd expect. Let's turn the wheel, come around this side. Hose does not see, well, it needs to be replaced, but doesn't look or appear to have any cracks on it at the moment. Turn this guy back the other way. All right, now that we got it over on this side, sway bar end link is for sure shot. We can assume they're all shot. The tie rod, I can't get any. I'm not going to be able to get it to move from there, but yeah, it's going to need replacing. There is that rust up in there. That was new to me. But in a common spot, and there are replacement panels and sheet metal for that. But we'll get an idea of how much worse it is. Let's get under the car. Well, now we can see the oil pan. It's got what looks like, I did pressure wash this as much as I could from it sitting on the ground, but we have a lot of oil caked on still under it. It looks like an active leak from the fill plug there. I can't quite tell, but it looks like there might be 2 washers there. Okay. Come around here to the bottom of the transmission. It is crusty. And yeah, I'm gonna guess the rear main seal shot, but we're gonna be pulling this engine out of here soon. So that's gonna be replaced anyways. We're gonna pull the engine and train at the same time just to save time. And here you can get a good look. Let's move this right here. Not sure if that's in frame. Yeah, you can see the daylight. This was the damage from, well, what the gentleman who sold this to me said. He said, I hit a rock leaving a gas station. It's not rust. There is rust on the car, but this is obviously caved in. You know, there's no rust on the ends where the metal's torn. Yeah, he must hit quite the rock. Huh. Well, we'll never do the full story on that one. But let's move to the other side. All right, let's pop this guy off, straighten it out. Get to it. Come on. Of course, that guy did not want to cooperate. 2 more. All right, let's see what we're working with. So, rotor definitely spins better on this side. I'm gonna rebuild both calipers. Who knows how long that brake fluid's been in there and how much water's in it. we'll see the conditions of the pistons. I'm pretty sure you can still buy them, but if they're not too bad, we can reuse them. But if they're pitted at all, we're definitely going to be replacing those. I would say it's the same thing on this side. It's crusty. Suspension's for the most part shot. Lots of cobwebs. Brake lines don't appear. Well, actually, I'll take that back this time. Where it connects to that hard line, it looks like it's a bit crusty. Let's see if we can get this flashlight to cooperate with us. There we go. Looks like it's just starting to get some dry rot on the sides. All right. I think we're going to hook up a battery. And before I start disconnecting things, I'm not going to be pulling that today, the engine itself. But before I start taking anything apart, we'll see how the electronics are. What's working, what's not, just so we can get an idea for that now. And get a look at the very dirty, neglected L28 engine. All right, this battery, I'm pretty sure has a charge. We're going to find out real quick. We don't need a perfect connection at the moment. Well, we need a better one than that. So, all right, that's better. Let's see what we got for power. We can, oh yeah, this car isn't the funnest to get into. See, you got to pull on those door handles in the bottom and pull up at this at the same time because we've got some luggage in there. So bear with me. Two-handed affair. There we are. All right. Well, nothing on the inside, but we do have headlights. We'll try hazards. All right. Oh, something. Let's see here. Oh, they're working. Go to the front. That one's going, and we'll get over there as well. So there is power. Well, there was when I first got it. I did just turn it over once, and it sounded horrible, so I stopped after that. What about the radio? Let's see here if we can gracefully climb in. Nothing there. Let's check the cigarette lighter if we can get a... Oh, you can't see, but... Nope. No, it's not hot. Never mind. Looked red hot. It's not. So yeah, that's something. I can't tell if we've got dash lights. We've got the indicator, the blue light right there for the high beams. But it's not dark enough in here to see the rest. So we're just going to go with that. All right. Gracefully climb back out. We'll disconnect that battery and go from there. So there we are. We've got power. We've seen what the front suspension looks like. Horrible, crusty. Everything needs replacing. Lots of money. But that's what you get into when you buy a, well, 1976, an old Datsun, an old Japanese car, an old car either way. When I bought this, it ran through my head. I've got a 240Z that needs a full restoration. Worse than this, but it's a first month production car. Well, second month. It's January 1970. I know some cars were December 69, but it's a rare one. I can't get rid of it. And a month prior to getting this, I had just bought a 99 528i Touring with a front end smashed in. I was like, did I need another project? And here it's August. And yeah, now I'm starting it. But this was unorganized. We're going to work on that, try to get a better idea of how we want to lay out each segment, each episode, each project, each little thing. Because the next thing I really want to get into is go over the rear suspension, check all that out, and then start preparing to pull the engine and transmission. Because then I can, start tearing that down. It'd be fun to make some content for that. People might be interested in seeing it. Who knows? And it's going to be an interesting journey. But yeah, I still need to go through the vehicle and see exactly what is left in here. If the previous owner has anything hidden around, if the toolkit's in there, any of that stuff. Surprisingly enough, these struts, OEM, still holding pressure. Like, well, they don't lift so well, but they hold up. It doesn't fall on your head like many other ones have in the past for me. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. And we're going to see where this car takes us and how much money it's going to spend. All right. And on another note, I need to organize. I just finished rebuilding the engine for my old 1991 Miata, and it's just crazy in here. Yeah, but, on the rider side, it's done. Look at that. Oh, yeah.